Let me try to give a context, a little bit of background. Aditya Birla Group, most of you, all of you would know, 100 plus billion market cap organization, 190,000 employee, and I look after the group learning and the global center for leadership of Aditya Birla Group. We work very hard to make connection between people capability and especially leadership space, uh, and how does it all impact and make business happen. In that space, with our group's purpose, the glorious purpose to enrich lives by building dynamic and responsible business and institution that inspire trust. So you see that enrich life and trust, presence is a big component. You have gold inside. Are you able to bring the gold outside to your audience, sponsors, customers, stakeholders? And hence, uh, we work in the space of presence in multiple manner, and we like experimenting using contemporary style. Getting to the fundamentals of presence, the first component of presence is self. If the self is not rich enough, what is that you will present? Now, second component is to present the self, you need practice. And then when the self and the practice happens well, the inner movement happens. The movement inside happens. And then the outer movement happens. People see Amitabh Bachchan has good presence, or a business leader has good presence, Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla has good presence, which is great. However, lot has happened inside. So when we design an intervention, we work that way. The when you say under my leadership, it'll be very selfish to say that I did it. There's a very capable team which works. So the team goes, and when we did discuss, when we were on the drawing board, we had a very good product, which was based on metaverse, and which I can talk a little bit more. Uh, but only that would have not helped. So the whole idea was how do you make it move the needle? It was not about doing a very innovative metaverse workshop. It was about using that as methodology, tool, and a contemporary way of working to make the needle work. And that's where we put the design together. Let me talk about the program. Let me dive a little bit deep on the whole thing. How did we do? The whole size, scope, methodology. You know what? When you want to create learning, well, I'll share all the aspects of it, how we did it. On the top line, to make it simple, uh, we used a metaverse product by virtual speech, and we used some digital learning uh, of Skillsoft. We combined it very intelligently. We used, we said we'll not leave it there. We blended, use multiple methodology, and I'll talk to you about it, including classroom. Basically, it was 2 plus 1 day of classroom, and 1 month, about 3 week plus 1 month of journey. Now, get the perspective. Telling a recipe doesn't make tasty food. Cooking it with love and the right manner makes it. So, how did we cook it? So, learning happens at many levels. First is data. You learn the data, yeah, and you gather the data. Learning has happened. Some data has gone inside you. Then, when you put data together and make information out of it, that's a chunk. And I say this example in many forums. And then, when multiple informations put together, it becomes knowledge. When knowledge applied and used and perspective brought in, that's where it becomes wisdom. And we need to take learning at the level of wisdom. And most important, when wisdom practiced, the penny drops. And that's where insight comes. Insight is the space where inner change happens. And we try to work on inner change. The whole idea is learning has to move the needle. Aditya Birla Group has multiple content partners, and we very carefully and wisely try to uh, skim through, browse through, and filter content out. For this one, we used the Skillsoft as a pre-work, as I told you. The two programs of Skillsoft we used here was number one, planning an effective presentation, and number two, we used conquering the challenge of public speaking. Uh, and we used, I should give credit to virtual speech, uh, their whole meta AR VR methodology content, or rather Gen AI, I would say. And we put it all together in such a manner that people are not experiencing a jerk or a bump. It's like, my son, he is overseas in US, and many times I would not remember which way I communicated with him. It was chat, or it was a Zoom call, or we did a FaceTime, or we did a WhatsApp video call. I the channel is blurred. The content stayed as what did we speak, what did we talk. Similarly, my in-laws are in Delhi. You really sometimes I meet my wife every day. Sometimes you are confused what channel you used, or which. So similarly, content providers are very important. They bring some very superior quality content. uh, how you filter and align them into your agenda, purpose, objective is the most important thing. Here we used the two which I talked to you.